So let me just introduce myself again. Thank you, Sarah, for introducing me. My name is Jader. I'm one of the owners of Sapatero Manila, managing partner currently. And if you guys aren't familiar yet with Sapatero Manila, we are a shoemaking brand. We specialize in made-to-order, custom, and bespoke footwear for men. So for our brand, we started this out of a passion for shoes and the craft needed in making them. So we wanted to bring back also and revitalize the shoemaking industry in the Philippines, because as you all know, before a few decades, century ago, we were one of the best shoemakers in Southeast Asia. No? So today, thank you, Andre, Sarah, for inviting me over for Spill the Beans. Are you guys having a good time naman so far? Learning a lot? Okay. So, basically, when I was invited, I was asked the question, how can handmade products be still competitive and relevant in the world today with a lot of technology ongoing na? So, how do we keep up? I was thinking about this on the way here lang. So, may cheat sheet ako. So, first, basically, when you're handmade, you have a lot of hurdles, eh, no? So, basically, it's generally handmade stuff are priced at a premium. Am I correct? Do you guys agree with that? Yeah? And then also, since you're priced at a premium, some customers won't be able to understand why. Diba? So, like for example, my shoes are priced at around 11,000 up to 25,000. And then people would ask, why would I buy such a thing if I can buy something in the department store for like 3 times less? Diba? So, basic economics, people won't buy what they don't understand. So that's the main hurdle for us, and I think for most handmade products as well, it's the lack of information people have with regard to specific products. So that's in order for handmade brands to become competitive and relevant pa rin, I think it's best for us to really as part of the marketing strategy, marketing push, is to really educate the clients. Because once they know what effort you put into the craft, the brand, the product, they would understand. And that story is powerful, like really, really powerful. So some marketers use stories just to push brands na hindi naman talaga handmade. But it's the story that works also, eh. But if you're a handmade company and your product is really above average level, above durable quality, aesthetically pleasing product, and then you back it up with a nice marketing story, that would be it, di ba? Because usually ngayon, like for example, Salvatore Ferragamo or Gucci, they have nice stories behind their company, behind their brand, no? But of course, as we all know naman, their handmade lines are much less than what their machine-made products are now. But because of that brand story that they have, their brand is still really powerful now. So with regard to that, with that thought also, no, na it's educating and informing clients with regard to your product. Wait, let me backtrack. So also, when you're for people who want to start a handmade business, first and foremost, as with any business naman, your product has to be great. Not just by your own standards, but by the market standards also. Because no matter how handmade your product is, if the machine-made product is much better than it, people won't buy it, eh. Di ba? So mawawalan ka ulit ng ano doon. You'll be taken out of the competition. If you have a handmade product, but then people look at the machine-made and then they still say that this machine made is better, medyo hirap tayo dyan. So, mawawalan tayo ng konting edge. Because your edge is, for handmade products, if you're able to make something that a machine cannot make, yun na yun eh. So, machines can't replicate yung, like for us shoemakers, hindi nila ma-replicate yung pulso ng shoemaker. In the eyes of the shoemaker, they can't replicate as well. So like just small, yung lines, yung curves, ng pattern of the shoe, machines can't perfect that. Kasi what they do, just for your information, so for example, this is the shoe, no? Yung upper, that's the leather, for machine made, ipapatong lang nila yun sa mold. So once they put it on top of the mold, the machine presses it right away. And then you have a formed shoe. That's done in like 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 30 seconds. But for a handmade shoe to be done like what we do, each part of the leather is pulled. So pag may nakitang defect yung shoemaker, he can easily adjust, readjust. And the process takes around 2 hours, 4 hours, just for one shoe. And then he repeats the process for the other one. The tricky part is, it's a totally different new shoe, so kailangan pantay na pantay din sa kabila. Machines can't replicate that too much, like exactly the same. So yun yung edge mo. If you can make a product that's much better than the machine, that's being competitive also. Yun. How many minutes do I have? Just go on, alright? Hey guys, okay? Medyo okay lang naman. Okay. Also, because being handmade is a nice story to begin with, eh. But you have to back it up. So when you have something, when you're offering a product, everything has to be in line with each other. So like for example, if your product is really good, really good, and then like aesthetically pleasing, ganyan, but the quality is not so nice, hindi na siya masyadong magtutugma. So and because of that, because of the quality issue, you can't price it at the same level as other handmade products are. So like for example naman, your products are good, durable, aesthetically pleasing, and then you're priced really low just to compete with other mass-produced stuff, mamamatay ka naman sa demand. So you can't keep up with demand, diba? So if you're pricing yourself lower and then you're really making a good product, yari ka sa demand. So dapat yung mga ganon, the quality of the product, the aesthetics of it, the pricing, how the people carry themselves, they should be in line, eh. Because that's the whole image of the brand. You can't just say that you're handmade. Handmade entails good quality, and then you won't have your employees won't be like well made as well. That would be a bit contradicting to people. So parang like for example, I sell shoes priced at 25,000, and then I'm like dressed up like in just a t-shirt, naka-chinelas, naka-shorts. People won't buy it, eh. Because there would be a like discrepancy between the branding and the actual product. So you have to be a product of the product also in order for you to be competitive. Kasi syempre, like the big corporations, pag nagpapagawa sila ng runs ng clothing lines, their people are presentable when you go to their shop, diba? So we have to, the advantage of being handmade is meron talaga tayong distinct quality, eh. But we're getting beaten with marketing and education. So once we get that hurdle done, educating the clients, informing them of the craft, making them understand, then we have the edge. Kasi people, I'm sure a lot of you, if I asked if you had the same, if you had an option of buying a handmade product, or mass-produced one, for sure, people would buy the handmade ones, eh. Diba? But again, the hurdles would be pricing and what you know about the product. Yeah. And then lastly, how I do things with our brand is just to, because the premise is how to be competitive, no? So it's still competition. So what I do is I really keep track on my competition, locally and internationally. So I look at what they do really well and I emulate them. Sometimes it's downright copying na nga. But you guys don't know because you don't know those brands eh. Because people don't know the brands eh. Di ba? So if you copy them, not so much naman na like saktong-sakto na. But the idea of it, if you get to try to emulate that, people don't know the other brands naman eh. So you at least you have a marketing tool for that, di ba? So do what your idol brands or companies do. Try to emulate them, but also, syempre, keep in mind this market here in the Philippines, because actually for yung Philippine market, medyo nagmamature pa lang siya eh. People are starting to like handmade stuff. People are starting to dislike wearing a shoe na like 3 months lang tatagal. But before, people are totally fine with that, di ba? So you have to understand the market, how to play it here. That's the difficult part also. So we have to work double time to be able to educate the clients for it. And basically, pinaka-importante for me right now is to just really get good at your craft. Because, again, kahit sabihin mong handmade ka, if your product isn't up to par, kahit anong effort mo, it won't it won't be fruitful, too fruitful. So just make sure that your product is good. People will spread it for sure. So just like when we started, Kevin Yapoco blogged about us when we were still young. So he was the one who spread the word because he liked the direction of the brand, and then it spread out. Like a lot of clients, like 3 out of 5 clients, when we asked them kung saan nila kami nalaman, it's Bespoke Man Blog. So thank you. And then just make sure your product is good. Marketing will follow. So let the people spread your idea for your brand, for your company. They will spread like wildfire. And then just make sure that you back it up afterwards. Because kung mauubos yung word of mouth eh. So just make sure that when you're in the momentum of spreading, you make sure you follow it up. Yeah. So that's those are my ideas for staying relevant and competitive in the handmade industry for shoes. Just short promo pala. We're on clearance sale. So for Sapatero, up until the 31st, because we're launching our new ready-to-wear lines. So again, ito pala, in line with being the best at your craft, the biggest change that we did for our ready-to-wear line right now is we imported a lot of French calf leathers, and yun yung gagamitin namin for our ready-to-wear lines. A lot of people have been reacting negatively about it because like you're local, tapos mag-import ka ng balat, you're using foreign materials. Our stance on that is you can't make a good product without having the greatest materials. Eh? So the leather industry here in the Philippines is not as good as before. So we don't want to sacrifice the direction of our brand for subpar for subpar materials. So we're trying to pull in the best materials that we can get and make the best shoes out of those things. Yeah. So thank you guys for having me. If you have any questions, we have related. Thank you.